how to target your ideal Facebook audience in 2024. And if you do it this way, you are gonna make more money. And the reason why you're probably not making the money and not scaling the way you want to is because you're probably not doing it this way. How the heck do I know that? I'm a partner at RightHook, and we work with 60 different brands. We've been doing this for 5 to 6 years. We know what we're talking about. We've changed over the years, and that's probably why you're not scaling. It's because you have never changed, or you've never been taught how. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how my team does it, and exactly how we scale brands with laser focused targeting. All right, let me show you. By the way, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. On this channel, I am pulling back the curtain and showing how we're so successful with our brands running ads. Okay, let's dive in. I'm gonna show you how we target any audience using paid social, specifically Meta ads in 2024. So the first thing is you've probably been around YouTube for some time. You probably understand a little bit of how you can target on Meta. And you're probably thinking, is it an interest? Is it a lookalike? And let me be honest with you, we used to use those all the time for our accounts in the first 4 years of our agency. But there's a better way, and that is to just get away from interests, get away from lookalikes, because there's downsides. Let me tell you what the downsides are. First of all, there's actually an upcharge when you use some of these. You don't probably know that, but there is. But the other thing is that you can actually cap out that audience. So I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't use those at all. We use broad targeting. And you're probably thinking, well, how the heck is it targeting the right person? I'm gonna show you why. But you need to understand that we have tested this behind millions of dollars, 100 million actually, over the last 5 years in ad spend. This method works much better. Let me tell you why. First of all, is you can scale more aggressively. Secondly, is it's less volatile. Third, your creatives fatigue less. I made a previous video on creative fatigue and why that happens, so make sure you go back and reference that video. But creative fatigue, it's a big deal when you're targeting an interest, when you're targeting a lookalike, but when you go broad, it's not that big of a deal. Your creatives survive longer. So let's dive in. When you have an ad on Meta, what it does is Meta is so freaking smart that it literally has AI that scans every single part of that creative. Whether it's a video or an image, it looks at all the copy, it looks at the video, what's in the video, actually, what is the person doing? What's the context in the background? What are they saying? What are they holding? What are they wearing? And it sounds pretty overwhelming, but engineers from Meta have told us this, that they analyze every facet of the creative, so they actually probably know more about that creative than you do when you watch it. And it also categorizes what is said in that video or image, what's the context inside of it, and it categorizes it based off people's interests, based off its content graph, what people are paying attention to, and that's what's so amazing. So let's take an ad. This ad, for example, from Alpha Lion, is when Meta looks at it, it looks at what is the copy saying, what's in the image, what's in the picture, and then it starts to categorize what is this thing about? Well, it's about fitness, it calls out dads, so there's something about dads in here, supplements, because it's talking about supplements, it's talking about health, it's talking about lose weight, and Meta also will compare it to other companies that sell that same thing. But it takes it a step further. Is again, because Meta is so smart, it also crawls the page you're linking to. And so it analyzes the landing page and the product page. What is this product actually about? Not just what's in the creative, but what is the page about too? And it helps to categorize and it helps it to understand what is this brand or business trying to advertise so that it can better fit what is being talked about to that person. So let's take this a step further. So how would you go about targeting? Well, we believe the new way is targeting using creative. Use your creative to target. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So let's say we have that same creative right here. What Meta does is it takes all the understanding it can have about that image or video. Then it says, okay, now that we understand what this thing is about, because we've analyzed it, what it does is it then takes who do we think this is right for? And then it starts to serve to different pockets of people. So this ad is about working out, supplements, dads, dad bod, as you can see. And then it understands who was within our complete target pool within Meta. And then from there, who are the potential people that may be interested in that thing based off what we understand in the copy, what's said on the landing page, what's said in the video, in the image. And it starts to serve to those pockets of people. It'll serve a sample of that ad. Now, here's why we use targeting as creative. Because by using the creative and calling out exactly who it's for, and we do this in many ways. That creative we call out in the creative who it's for. We call out the pain, the mass desire, all the different ways that you can use creative strategy that I made in a different video to call out who is this for. So that when Meta serves that ad to those different samples of people, naturally the people who are actually gonna want that product are gonna engage with it, are gonna click through. And then that sends signals back to Meta, okay, it's these pockets of people who are actually interested. So while this is about supplements, you could reverse it, flip it on its head. You could talk about, I finally shed my mom bod, right? Or my postpartum bod. And then what Meta would do is it would serve that to different pockets of people who may be interested in it. And then because the creative calls out either the pain, the mass desire, or who it's actually for, naturally, those people are going to engage with it more. Because I'm a dad. I don't have a dad bod, but if I had a dad bod, I would want to click on that, or I'd engage with it, or I'd stop the scroll because it immediately resonates with me. So going back, Meta will serve this to pockets of different people. If they're not interested in it, Meta will stop serving it to them. But if they are interested in it, well, then Meta is going to double down and serve to those people more. Meta only cares about having a really great experience for the people on the platform. So it incentivizes brands and ads that actually resonate with that creative, which is why creative is the targeting. That's it right there. That by using the creative and calling out those people, you can go broad. Meta, because it is so good, will sample size it to different people, and the people that it automatically resonates with who they are, their mass desire, or that pain or that problem, that solution, Meta will serve it to them more. And that is why you don't need audiences, because Meta in those interest audiences and lookalikes, it focuses on just a subgroup of people. But because you go broad and you use targeting with creative, what it can do is it can go to people much beyond that, because now Facebook is looking at the mass desire, the people who are just like those people. It's also looking at the pain or the problem. And that is why creative is the targeting. So what we do is we don't use those interests or lookalikes. We make creative that specifically address those three areas I mentioned, go broad, and let Meta decide who to serve it to. So here's an example. So this is all from the same brand. This brand sells the exact same product. And that product, what they're doing is they're using different ads. And those ads are calling out different pains, desires. It's actually targeting different awareness levels. It's calling out different uses of the product and even calling out different people. Let's look at it together. The same product, this is what they're doing that works so well. Restaurant workers, designed for mature women, designed for elderly women, designed for plantar fasciitis, why your legs ache at work. These are all different types of people. The ad account is not targeting those different types of people because you can't target mature women. It's not an interest. You can't target elderly women. It's not a lookalike. You can do it based off age ranges. You can't target someone that is plagued with this type of foot problem. Meta won't allow you. But because you're targeting it by using creative, adding it to the creative, and that because Meta is going to sample size it to different people, the people who actually it resonates with are naturally going to engage with it, click it, and buy it. And then Meta is going to double down on that audience. That is the power, and that is how it works. So this is actually how we do our targeting, is we go broad. We may use location, we may use gender, male or female, and then sometimes we will exclude purchasers depending on the ad spend size and the brand's goals. But besides that, we go broad and we just do creative as the targeting. That is how we're scaling brands to 7 and 8 figures. That is how you target in 2024. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before, like I mentioned, because I am pulling back the curtain and showing you exactly how we do things inside Righthook. If you have a topic you would like me to address, make sure you put it in the comments below and I'll add it into my backlog to start making creative. If you also want to work with us, below, there's a way that you can schedule a call with me and my team. See you next time.